there's a lot of techniques we can learn today. Well, even just a couple really, that I think are really beneficial. This is the end painting. But what I'm more interested in for us today is this sky here. And there is some cloud technique we can learn. And if you have a fan brush, a little fan brush, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. You can try any other brush you have, a flat brush or something like that. And then also this technique down here. Can anybody guess? I wouldn't have guessed, but can anybody guess what tool might have been used to get this nice glittery reflection?
Toothbrush.
Not a toothbrush, but not a bad guess.
I mean the drops. Oh,
Right.
Alcohol.
No, the actual tool.
Like a sponge? A sponge?
No, it's something you use probably every day. Not a toothbrush, but the utensil.
That ear thing, what do you call it?
Oh, no.
Why can't I think of what you use to clean your ears with?
Oh, the Q-tip or something. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's another good guess. And you might, if you don't want to, it's a fork. So if you have a plastic fork, you might want to get that. I'm just going to use my regular fork because acrylic paint washes off. So I don't mind using that. I'll just make sure it's nice and clean before I put it back in the drawer. But she uses a fork. So I thought that was something else that looked interesting to learn today to have this effect. You could use a Q-tip. You could use the other side of your brush. You know, the little, the handle. That's another option.
Plastic fork?
So,
okay, tell me what I missed. Oh, it's
so
okay.
This part here, you for the sky, if you want a medium, like a 2-inch flat brush, that might be more helpful than using a tiny one because that takes longer to do the background that way. And then a fork. I'm telling you about what you might want to have handy today. So like a larger flat brush if you have one, a fork, and a fan brush, and maybe another flat brush handy in case you'd rather use that. And the only colors right now you need to worry about are black, white, and blue. That's it. So that's that part simple. And she does use some masking tape for that step today. It might be difficult because we'll have to let it dry for a while. So we'll just talk together about what we want to do at that point. If we want to let it dry, which would take some of our time, or if we just want to go without having a masking tape because it's going to show us how to get a really clean line for the water doing it that way. Or maybe it's just something you want to try later on your own. We'll have to see how far along we are, I guess. Okay. I don't know if the sound is going to work. And if it doesn't, don't worry, there's no talking, it's just music. So if it's a nice, it might be a nice quiet hour here, or not if we chat, which is great too. So, all right. So I'll let you gather your things there. I'm not getting the paint out for the sailboat. I don't know that we'll get to the sailboat today. That might be something you can just do on your own. And that looks pretty complicated. So I don't know if we want to dive into that one. You could also make it your own, just put anything on there later too. Maybe a fish jumping out of the water or something, I don't know.
This is Nikki. Is it aquamarine okay, or is it, what do you think? It's not as bright as that?
The ultramarine?
Yeah, ultramarine blue, yeah.
That's what I'm using. Yeah, I'm going to use that. She probably has some really bright light on her canvas there, so I wouldn't be surprised if she has an ultramarine blue.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Unmute just. Are we painting our canvas blue?
We're going to start doing the sky. We'll start she'll show you. Yeah, she'll walk us through it.
Oh, she'll show us. Okay. We need
okay.
I'm just letting people get their stuff together, and then we'll just start in on this.
Okay.
And you can see that's probably a, I don't know, 1.5 inch brush or something that she has there. That looks like just a painter's brush. That's what I do a lot of times for the backgrounds. All right, I'm just going to get started.
For the background, just a flat, straight brush, the 2-inch brush.
A flat, yep. All right. Oh, the music's working. Okay. I don't know. gonna pause it there. So she did a little bit of a gradient from the top to bottom, meaning she changed the color ever so slowly. She didn't show you, but she might have added some white just a little bit in this area, or she just could have let her paint not be as thick and maybe it looks a little lighter that way. But you can see how it's a little bit darker at the top and you gradually get lighter at the bottom. Sometimes adding just a dab of water helps do that as well, especially when you're doing gradients. It can take a lot of paint if you don't wet your brush just a little. So. It's like she's a little over halfway for her sky there. Halfway down. Okay.